Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. I hope everybody's having a fabulous day. I won't hold you long, but I want to go ahead and jump straight into this story. Jordyn's journey, part 3. How did we get here? This video is for educational purposes. I'm hoping that this will encourage somebody. There may be somebody that's already been through things similar to what we have, or something exactly like us. Trigger warning. I'm going to show you photos today. Some of the photos that I show you may be graphic. However, everything I'm going to tell you and show you is the truth. I also can't keep up with the days that everything happened, but from looking at the pictures, I will have the dates. So I'm going to try to keep everybody caught up by using the dates instead of the actual day of the week. So my last story, I had already had my C-section, had already been in recovery, had a couple of complications of my own. So I'm going to wrap up everything that I had going on with me. Long story short, I had a lot of complications. I ended up staying in the hospital for about a week, and I ended up with infections, fever, things like that. So that's enough about me. Okay. So Jordyn was born on October 16, 2018. I didn't get a chance to see him. I was in recovery. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, you can go refer back to the last clip. So I was able to get a picture of him. So this is what Jordyn looks like when he was born. This is cute. We were aware that Jordyn would have to have surgery. They told us that. They said it'd probably be anywhere from 4 to 6 months or 6 to 12 months. It depends on how he's doing. So we were kind of mentally prepared for that. We were not prepared for him to have 2 surgeries the first week of his life. One surgery, they had to put a stent in, and I'm going to get to that. And then he had to have hernia repair surgery. This was October the 20th. I got a chance to go see him. He had, they had to put him on oxygen at first. The oxygen wasn't really getting the job done, so they put him on a little high flow oxygen. So this is what he looks like the day I went to go see him. So when we went to go see him on the 20th, like I said, he was on a little high flow oxygen. For the most part, he was doing okay. This is where the story takes a turn. Okay, so on the 20th, well, it was into the 21st. We were in the room, me and my husband, we were just chilling, sleeping actually, and the phone rings. The phone in the hospital room rings, and I try to answer it. I didn't get anybody. I see that they had called me on my cell phone. This is like 4:30 in the morning. I call them back, tell them who I call the PICU, tell them who I am, and this is what I heard. Miss Holloway, I don't want to upset you, but I have to call you and let you know what was going on. Jordyn kind of made a turn for the worse, and we had to intubate him. I just wanted you to be prepared for what he looks like when you come see him. I get up, me and my husband, and we wheel down to the PICU, and this is what we saw. You remember I told you that they told us that he had been intubated. This is what we saw when we went down at 4:30 in the morning. Tubes everywhere. But that looks good compared to how he looked in other pictures. So we stayed down in the PICU with Jordyn for a little while. You don't want to leave your baby. They calling you at 4:30 in the morning telling you to get to the PICU. You see him like that? Still could not hold him at that time. We could not hold him at that time. We could hold him prior to, but when he was like that, we couldn't. So you can just imagine all the emotions that are going through the room and all the thoughts that are going through your head when you see your child like that. This is where the stent surgery comes into place. This was something unexpected. They didn't know at the time that he would need a stent, but his body was showing him that he needed just a little bit more help. So you can imagine all of the emotions that were in the room, all the emotions that we were feeling as his parents, because you got this helpless baby there. There's nothing that you can do for him but pray. So after we sit in the PICU for a couple hours, we go back to the room. I'm able to go back and see him later on that morning, and this is what he looks like. Look like a totally different baby. This is Jordyn on the 23rd. We go to see him. He's not getting any better. The doctors tell us at this point that they have to go in and put a stent in his heart. And I remember looking at them and looking at my husband, and we're asking, so what happens if he doesn't have the surgery? And the doctors tell us if he doesn't have the surgery, he's not going to make it. At this time, his little feet went from pink and they were starting to turn blue. His condition was getting progressively worse. Correction, this was on the 22nd that this picture was taken. Again, kind of graphic. So on the 23rd, they get ready to take Jordyn into surgery for his first surgery. The first one he had was his hernia repair. I can't remember exactly what was going on with the hernia, but I do know that it was more important than his heart surgery at the time. He needed this surgery in order to be prepared for the second surgery. This is what he looks like. They do his surgery. He comes through. The surgery is a success. They call us back when he gets back to the PICU. And when we walk into the room, this is what we see. If you can see, or look, I'm going to try to get it where you can see it. You can see his little feet are starting to turn blue. This was after his hernia repair surgery. You can see his left foot was turning blue. So after we talked to the doctors, they told us about his hernia surgery. They told us, okay, so now we have to go in and put this stent in his heart so his body can get the oxygen that it needs. So we're sitting here already an emotional wreck because he's already had one surgery and now he has to have another one in order to live. So they take him into surgery. They put the stent in his heart. They bring us back down, talk to us. Jordyn's okay. He's stable. Fast forward a couple more days. So by the 26th, Jordyn had his hernia repair. He had his stent placed in his heart. And we got a chance to see him, and this is what we saw. It was a whole lot better than the days before. His eyes were open. He was moving around a little bit. And this was a happy moment. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up this part. We're going to come back in part 4, and we're going to talk about a couple more things.